Hi, hello there. I'm glad to see you all making it today. It's a little bit easier at 5 o'clock my time instead of 7 because I know down east it gets pretty late for you. I'd like to introduce Risha at the time. She and I go back to 1998, where she said hi over the fence. Neighbors back then. Anyway, she's been 25 years in the industry and the owner of a marketing training company, a former film producer focused on training series for network marketers, and now she is 43 in the world with our company, Partner Co. So 24 in North America, and you climbed 13 ranks in 7 months and achieved number 3 in Canada in only 8 months. So you're now the rank of president and works with teams in 12 countries. Welcome, Risha.
Wonderful. Dale, thank you very much for your second time up as co-host. I think you did amazing. Everybody, let's have an applause for Dale. Woo! My newest superstar. Welcome, everybody. We're pretty excited about getting the night going. We've got an amazing lineup of great guests ahead of us. Let's bring this party in order. So we're just going to jump into screen share here. And Dale, you're going to have to let me know that my screen is operating in full mode for you. And we're going to go to slideshow.
It's up.
Beautiful. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good, good, good. Everybody ready? Okay, so Dale, if you can please mute the lines, or you could say mute all and then I'll just unmute myself. That would work.
Yeah, that should work. Could everybody please mute your lines so that we can hide all the background noises?
Thank you so very much, and welcome everybody on this beautiful summer Thursday evening. My name is Ricia Adair. I'm a Canadian. I live full-time in Manzanillo, Mexico, in this gorgeous, gorgeous home called Casa 700 Mangoes. And it really is a silly, silly story. And one of these days I'll share it with you. You're just going to have to come to one of our villas. We have a little boutique resort, and I'll invite you up for dinner and share with you how we named this beautiful property. And we're living our dream. We were so excited to land here October 17th, 2023, only to find that a property that's unoccupied for 5 months can lead to a certain bit of a surprise. Well, we had all kinds of things going on. Do you know I learned the word salitre? Salitre is actually a disease that gets inside the concrete, eats the concrete. And if you don't get it in time, it gets right to the rebar and your building starts to have serious structural issues. So we were fixing the salitre, doorknobs were falling off. There's so many things, and our little nest egg of $50,000 just completely shriveled up so fast in all the repairs that had to be done, getting ready for our upcoming season. And along the way, we had so much anxiety. I found out our lawyer stole our $23,000 of closing costs, stopping us from getting title to the property. And what did I do? I resorted to chocolate cake and ice cream, and sometimes 2 times a day. Comfort food, right? Well, no matter how many times I walked up and down our hill, those stairs, that beautiful beach, swam the ocean, I still got seriously overweight. And along with it came a UTI of 4 months, dog bite infections. I had shingles. I was really a mess. And when it finally came to an emergency situation, I called up Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom, this is really getting out of hand here. Mike and I are fighting. There's so much anxiety. I'm not sleeping at night. I have zero energy. And he researched. He came back and said, Risha, it's a serious case of FFB. That's what it is you've got. Dr. Tom, whatever could that be? Fat, frumpy, and broke, girl. That's what you are. Fat, frumpy, and broke. And along came that magic day, April 22nd, 2024, that changed my life. Chris and Joni Budd phoned me up and said, Risha, you need to know about these drops. So what do you think? Maybe she saw one of those fat pictures on Facebook. Who knows, right? But I'll tell you, I was so broke, like really broke. I had like $60, but I knew something was telling me to listen, and something was telling me to find the money to buy the drops. So I bought 2 boxes. That's all I had. Well, I stole from one budget to put into the next. And I bought 2 boxes. Joni said, post on Facebook, System of Growth, share with everybody these amazing transitions, the before and afters. People are having incredible health success with this product. So that's what I started to do. My first day I posted, and it was Kim Gray. She lost 116 pounds. I got 19 comments. The second post that afternoon was Michelle, who lost 25 pounds. I got 7 comments. And then the courier came to my house, and there was my box of drops. Mike took my picture and I posted it with a silly little thing. Yay, my skinny drops just arrived, blah, blah, blah. 59 comments. Bottom right, you can see. Out of those 59 comments, just by sharing this one day, I got 20 new customers, 6 new brand partners, people that wanted to join me in the business. And what does that mean? We are a parade of soldiers that can go out and touch more lives. So I started to set those goals. I've always been a goal setter, and I set the goals for 1 year because now I know I have something that people want. Well, in 7 months, 7 magic months, not 12, the goals started to realize one after the other. That was my magic month. Brand new fridge for my villa, brand new fridge for Villa Jenny, brand new fridge for Villa Rosa Maria. I now have a full-time maid that I was able to celebrate with. And I couldn't afford a maid before. I have a pool guy and a garden guy. So I'm just so happy. And then we brought in the paint crews, painted the outdoors. As a matter of fact, they're back today painting my pool deck. Things just started to happen, right? And these were things that I wanted to do for a long time. This is one thing I needed to do. It was called a new pergola because the old one was structurally starting to fail, and I needed to do it for safety's sake. So we brought in exotic woods from other places of Mexico, very expensive project. Got Mike his new motorcycle. He's so happy. Oh my God, once a motorcycle guy, always motorcycle guy, right? And then December 24th, we had a small earthquake that caused complete pool failure and several more earthquakes. Oh my God, it became a disaster. Our guests were checking in on January 2nd. And this is all just recent. I'm talking like 3-4 months ago. We were able to get the pool crew in to expedite a fabulous repair job, and we were able to reopen the pool on January 14th with beautiful lights as an enhancement. So I'm not saying this to brag or anything, but I'm saying to you, we all have life. We all have expenses and we all have emergencies. The car breaks down or the air conditioner breaks, the heat pump, whatever it is, the kids need braces, basketball lessons, dance lessons, you name it. We all have all these expenses. And today, inflation is on the rise so much that our regular plan A just isn't able to provide all those extras that are needed. So what I want to share with you is not only an amazing health testimonial of myself and plenty of other people, but also the fact that a plan B that we're presenting to you today is now a necessity. It's no longer a nicety. And in my opinion, this is the best plan B out there. So open your eyes, open your heart, be ready to receive. In late December, I was awarded a beautiful trip. It was like, I kind of did some math and I figured it was about $15,000 per person to this gorgeous diamond resort. We did everything, adventure parks, bungee jumping, welcome parties, dances. There was 178 of us on this trip. I figure half of us were in our first year with the company that were awarded this beautiful diamond trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So imagine that. Who here, put your hand up, put a 1 in the chat if you would like to go on an all expenses paid diamond vacation paid for by your brand new company that you just started a few months ago. Put a 1 in the chat. I'd love to see that. My health testimonial is magnificent as well. You remember my story. I was very sick. I had lots of issues, lots of inflammation. In only 13 days, you can notice the difference of how quickly my body had changed with these amazing drops. I lost several inches, a few pounds, but let's fast forward. The lady on the left was the one attending our going away party on Vancouver Island. And the lady on the right is the one that's been on the drops for 90 days. Amazing transitions, and my health is fabulous. I have 0 owies. I'll tell you about that when we get to one of our products. I feel like I'm 35 years old again, and a lot of people don't think I'm anywhere near my age. It's kind of fun to age backwards. I owe it all to Darren and John. These are the owners of our company. Together, they bought 5 companies that were in financial turmoil, all managed by a large corporation. Well, John was personally involved with one of the companies, Tahitian Noni. So together they bought these 5 companies, each one of them having stellar products created by doctors, backed by science. And John said, let's bring this to the world. We're going to call it Partner Co. We are simply better together. So let's look at what's going on out there. There's systematic poisoning in the foods that we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe. We see airplanes over all the time that are doing toxic things into the skies. What we put on our skin, we've got a 21st century problem that we've never seen in other generations. Add to this the proliferation of sugar in food products and the fact that most of what we eat today is not even food anymore, but food-like products. No wonder we have such an epidemic, right? There's epidemics of diabetes, of blood pressure, of overweight, obesity.
Everything over there just seems.
We got some disruption coming in. Thank you.
Yep.
So every one of this is going to contribute to hormonal imbalance, all of it. People who are obese have hormonal levels that encourage the accumulation of body fat. And I have some people that say only eat an egg a day and I still can't lose weight. Well, guess what? If you're out of balance, nothing's going to help that. But what I learned in the last 14 months is all of these symptoms that I own, the hormonal imbalance, the mood swings, the low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, I need my sugar, I need my chocolate, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness, fatigue, weight gain. This is all directly attributed to hormonal imbalance. So if you're 1 to 3 of these, and if you're currently on the drops, think back to before the drops. If you're a brand new guest, I'd like you to participate as well. If you have 1 to 3 of these hormonal imbalances, put 3 in the chat. If you're 4 to 7, put 7 in the chat. If you're 7 to 10, put 10 in the chat. And a lot of people came along and said, you know, I've got all 10. It's really crazy. We have over 100 products that are going to help you. Healthy weight loss, increased energy. How about sleeping better and have that gut health? They're all tested and proven. Dr. Ray Strand, he's our chief medical officer, amazing man, known worldwide for his many amazing books on wellness. He teamed up with Dr. Joshua Plant, chief science officer. He graduated from Harvard in a master's doctorate degree in 3 years with honors. I mean, this guy is brilliant. He's an amazing food technician as well, too, and product. I'm so excited for the upcoming product announcements coming our way. Dr. Pina, bottom right, he's from Mexico City. He is the leading world's gastrointestinal doctor. He's created our beautiful probiotics product. Brett West is a leader in research in noni. We're going to hear about that in a minute. We also have Dr. Crystal Vance, Kristen White. We have so many professional medical wellness, homeopathic people in our business. And what got me excited sitting from my little desk in Manzanillo, Mexico, is the fact that we can do business in 50 plus countries around the world. That got me excited because it's very transparent. Your global business includes 50 plus markets. Imagine that you participate on our system of growth and you post somebody in Italy that is encouraged about your product. You send them a link, the European office fulfills their order, and you are able to gain a commission the following Friday. That's as beautiful, as easy as it works. No international tax licenses, business numbers, anything like that. Just simple and transparent. Let's share with you some of my favorite products. The Lucime Sincerity product is the only one of its kind in the world. It has the patents. It was created in 2005 by a team of dermatologists specifically for problem skin. It's a roll-on breathable skincare mask. Marlene was kind enough to contribute her photographs. She had a serious case of eczema, so much discomfort. After rolling for 2 to 3 weeks, her legs returned to normal and she was able to manage her situation. Now, we're not saying that any of our products are going to heal or cure or anything like that. It just seems to be wonderfully serendipitous that you use our products and your condition gets under management, right? Adult acne, look at the stretch marks after only 6 weeks. When I was in Winnipeg recently, my sister is on chemo drugs and her feet and hands were absolutely raw. She could not walk. because of the rawness in her feet. They were bright red and blistering. It was horrible. I rolled her feet for one night before she went to bed. In the morning, her feet were pink. She couldn't believe it, and she could walk with comfort. It's amazing, amazing product. Signs of aging, rosacea, surgery scars. I love our sincerity. Noni, again, is the best in the world. The Tahitian noni comes from the French Polynesian Islands with the volcanic ash in the ground, which creates the most efficacious noni in the world. And noni is one of those wonder fruits. And I asked my Mexican people here, can you eat the Mexican noni? And they say, no, why not? Because it smells and it tastes horrible. That's why. So it takes a brilliant team of scientists to put together a formula in a juice that you can drink daily and be able to promote your overall health and wellness, support a healthy immune system, helps boost your energy and endurance, helps sustain joint health and promotes mobility. Imagine going up and down the stairs without aches and pains, getting in and out of your car or your truck, into that airplane, having beautiful mobility. It supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals, and protects against oxidative damage. That is really important to know because, in other words, oxidative damage is rusting your body from the inside out, right? Very important. Powerful adaptogen, supports balanced stress response, and supports mood balancing effects. Another one of my favorites, I have it in my fridge. It's in my morning program, Noni Plus Collagen. So we all have that young, beautiful skin. This product is going to help you be young from the inside out as well. You'll notice that many people with Partner Co do not look our age. We are aging backwards, and it's wonderful. These products work. Our NutriFeed line is, in my opinion, the best supplement nutrition line in the world. Why? Because you feel it. You know it. Your body is different. You have more energy. You sleep better. My vision, I noticed, has gotten better since I've been taking the Optimals and Benally. There's so many things. I had lung surgery. I lost a good part of my lung. I take the Benally, and I've noticed that I can climb hills around my house here. Probiotics, no longer any gut issues. Omega Q for your brain and your heart as well. Rejuvenates for added energy. And the MOA, we're going to be talking about the MOA in a moment. It is one of my favorite products. It has 36 superfoods. These are very expensive foods from exotic locations. And superfoods means you get the mass nutrition in low concentrations, in low amounts of food. It comes in a pouch, so you're going to drink it. It tastes absolutely amazing. I love it. It's got a little bit of a hit because of the black pepper that helps circulate the nutrition into your body. And this is all for inflammation, for pain. Since I started taking the MOA, I no longer have the achy in my fingers and my toes. Lower back, I have basically zero pain. So this is a wonder product as well. The ankles, this lady here had ankle surgery. She had suffered greatly. The surgery went bad. In just a few days of using the MOA product, her ankles got back to pretty feet again. And lately I had a big thing to celebrate. So we went to a beautiful Italian restaurant down at the marina, and you betcha I took my sugar stop with me, because what does it do? It blocks a good part of the sugars from entering your bloodstream, from white sugars and also from sugars created by carbs. So you're going to drink that powder into your glass of water. It tastes like mango. It's absolutely amazing. And again, it allows me to cheat a little bit going off our clean eating food program. Let's talk about a serious thing right now, folks. Everything's been serious so far, but I want to get real serious. Weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. You need to know about Advantage. This is an amazing, amazing product. It increases your metabolism, so you're going to burn calories 10 times more. Get leaner faster, right? And it reduces that stubborn visceral fat, slims waist and hips. It activates the fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and really important, helps prevent weight regain following your weight loss. I love the Slenderies line. In fact, I love all our products. Pure Nourish is my breakfast. 18 grams of pea protein, vegetable protein, loaded with probiotic, prebiotic, minerals, and vitamins. There's So much nutrition in the Pure Nourish that with clean water, you can be certainly well fed should all the food disappear tomorrow. The Power Boost, the cocoa that we call in Mexico, that gives the chocolate flavor to the Pure Nourish, or I mix it with my coffee. It's absolutely delicious. Again, loaded with minerals and vitamins. And the Giving Greens, all those efficacious greens, the kale, the parsley, spinach, all those things. It's your green drink. You can add it to your shake. The Slenderies line, again, is a very, very popular line and everyone loves it. Before we talk about the drops, let's just introduce to us the Renew Fountain of Youth in a Box. I've labeled it. It helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. It has 2 international patents, the only product of its kind in the world. It's expertly formulated to trigger human growth hormone, HGH, production. HGH is known to promote deeper, more restorative sleep, increase your libido, stamina, and pleasure, reduce body fat, and increases lean muscle. It reduces your cortisol production. So married up with the drops is a perfect combination. How about youthful looking skin and hair? That's Renew. My hair is the longest it's ever been in my life. It improves mood and energy and cell regeneration. Now we have some serious statistics here. In Canada, 63.1% is overweight or obese of the entire population. The United States, for our American cousins on the call with us, you do beat us out at 73.6, and Mexico is even higher. We've got a serious case. And again, let's go back to the food-like products that we are eating that are loaded with sugar and nasty products, nasty ingredients. And this is where we all need the Slenderies Day and Night Drops. In the United States, we have the Slenderies Bottle 1 and Bottle 2. In Canada, we have the Day and Night Drops. I have been using the Day and Night Drops in Mexico for the last few months, and it is with this product that I've lost all my 34 pounds and continues to stay trim with high energy. It's recently been introduced to Canada, so I can assure you both of the products, whether you are American on the line with us tonight or Canadian, or we have Mexican friends with us tonight too. The Mexican people, you'll be enjoying the Day and Night Drops, as we call it, pre-meal and night here in Mexico. And all of them have different ingredients, but the same results. It's absolutely fantastic how the scientists and the formulators have put this together. They are created by doctors, backed by science. You're going to lose twice the weight as diet alone. It's natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. And you know what? Over the years, 16 years, we have sold over 1 million bottles. Do you think we have some happy customers? Absolutely. What do the drops do? Well, they help curb your hunger and control your appetite. You get that feeling that says, stop eating now. It eliminates sugar cravings. I am now on day 487 without wanting sugar. And I used to be a serious sugar addict. It's going to help balance those hormones, the insulin, the ghrelin, the leptin, and the cortisol. It's going to stimulate your metabolism. Who would like to feel younger with higher energy? All of us, right? Helps you stay motivated, and it also has different ingredients that's going to stabilize your mood and keep you joyous. Medically proven to support your thyroid, maintains healthy blood sugar levels, helps brain clarity, lifts that brain fog, memory improvements. Basically, you're going to lose weight in your entire body. I call them my magic drops. Let's participate in the approved food list and get back to clean eating like it was when I was a little girl. You got your proteins, you got your vegetables, and you got your fruits. Let's stay away from the processed foods, and magic is going to start to happen. You will not go hungry on this program. As a matter of fact, we recently had a big event in Vancouver Island. The Parksville team put together this amazing buffet. Everything on this table was part of the food plan. So we don't go hungry, guys. In fact, we get to eat a lot. This is the lifestyle. It's not a fad or a diet. So create a lifestyle of clean eating, drinking your water, and exercising, and the weight will not come back. That is the secret. Let's share with you various testimonials. I'm going to dance through them real quick because we've got some special guests waiting for us. Katie out of Phoenix. Fast transitions. Yes, guys, you've got hormones too. James, 47 pounds in 4 months. He looks like his younger brother of the other guy. Dr. Crystal lost a whole person. That was 6 years ago. She still looks like that today. Athletes have higher performance on our products. Julie Park was very sick when she started the drops. Now she's young and sassy. April from Stratford. The physiology makes her look like a whole different person. The Hublers, he's a scientist. He dissected the science behind our product before he would introduce it to his patients, and very satisfied. He brought it into his clinic and they're very successful with the business. Thela was just recovering from cancer with her chemo and her radiation. She got on the drops, and not only did she get joyous and healthy again, but she said goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey was suffering from Lyme disease. He had difficulty finding any satisfaction from the medical community. He got on the drops. He lost a lot of weight and got to feeling a lot better about life. Selena, her blood pressure numbers came way down. Also, her diabetes situation, her A1C numbers. She's off a whole bunch of meds. Ashley celebrates no more night sweats. Reese, her husband, lost 65 pounds. I want to say this at this point, there's 1 billion women entering perimenopause and premenopause right now as we're on this call. We can help these ladies and we could save the men because when we get these night sweats and hot flashes, it doesn't bring out the best in us. Anne and Chad, between them, they lost over 100 pounds. Chad went off of 10 medications. Jerry Wyndham not only lost 12 pounds, he no longer shakes. His acid reflux went away. The same with my husband, Mike. His acid reflux no longer is. And we have our friend Colleen from Nebraska here. She went through this transition in only 8 months or less. James Scott is on the call with us tonight. He lost 65 pounds, over 12 inches. Wow, he's an amazing testimonial. We'll have to have him back on the call real soon. He was wearing a knee brace for 17 years, no longer is wearing the brace as he walks his dog. He used to be depressed and not happy. Now he's a happy-go-lucky guy. And he had early onset of Parkinson's. He no longer shakes from his Parkinson's. So miracles start to happen. And I just say this, your body gets back into balance, and then it goes into a state of self-correct and starts doing magic to your body. Kelly Rozier, Qualicum Beach. Again, another great story. Lori as well, 21 pounds. Sherry is on the call with us. Congratulations, Sherry, over 40 pounds. Sharon Smith out of Port Alberni. She's down to a size petite, probably a size 0. My goodness, she looks great. Tammy's on the call with us. It doesn't look like Tammy needed to lose, but look at the difference in her transition. Nancy, she was sick and overweight, and now she's just dancing around having fun. Her husband, Wayne, lost a whole lot of weight. The two happy people out of Parksville, Valerie St. Jack out of Victoria, double XXL down to a size 7. And I want to bring to this attention is on not only about weight. Gwen went through some serious, like 2 decades worth of toe fungus. And it's kind of like a funny picture to show. But you know what? If you have it, it's a serious condition. And look at her picture on the right. She's on her way to healthy, healthy, healthy feet. Penny, my dear friend, 1 year ago in July, was very, very sick when I first called her. She had colon cancer, 5 surgeries, one tried to correct the other. She was having trouble existing, and her 88-year-old mom was looking after the housework, the groceries, the cooking, everything. Penny couldn't even get out of bed. 2 months later, there's my beautiful Penny celebrating better health. Rachel, bless her heart, in this difficult time right now, but Rachel had lost a lot of the baby fat that she couldn't earlier lose. Barbara McCubbin, my dear friend, partner with Barbara's Success, has just bought a brand new house in North Carolina. Congratulations. And she's down to a beautiful size 7. Now, Barbara, take a good look at her face. Barbara's 2 years from 70. She looks like she's in her 40s. That's the products working for you. Tiger Jezwinski was recently on our call. He was very, very sick from COVID. He was restricted to an oxygen machine. On the drops, he's now bench pressing at the gym 400 pounds and totally off the oxygen. He's very healthy. Charlene Kloster, a lady very near and dear to my heart. She lives up north in Kitimat, British Columbia, and she had a bad fall. She lives by herself in a lakefront home. When she fell, her son said, "We're moving you out of there, Mom. We're putting you into a home in town." And she said, "No, I want to stay in my beautiful lakefront home. Let me have the drops do the work." In just 2 short weeks, the drops enabled Charlene to be independent again and just get by on a cane. So again, people's lives are changing. My beautiful friend Cheryl Cook, she called me when she was wearing that black sweater on Christmas Eve and said, "I need to have these drops." And look at the difference with Cheryl in only 4 months' time. Jane Storch, another beautiful friend of mine from Victoria, she couldn't clasp her hands. Her fingers were so swollen. She had little desire to get off the couch. The girl on the right That was at our meeting in Victoria just a few weeks ago. And she said, Risha, I got to run out of the meeting because I got to go buy a kayak and I want to get it before the guy sells it. Jane is now kayaking on the lake, whereas the other lady was stuck on the couch. We are changing lives, and I'm so excited. I'm going to bring forward Anne Gagnon from Toronto, Ontario, and you've got a very unusual testimonial. Most often people talk about weight loss and so on, but I know you and you didn't need to lose the weight, but you have another story that I'd like to hear from.
I had a very bad injury to one of my nails about 50 years ago. And I have tried everything to recover so that this nail would grow. It would never grow past the skin. And now, since I've been using Partner Co products since November, the nail is growing. And it's
Wow.
it's strong, and all my nails are strong. I've never had nails like this before in my life. And I've always looked for products to help my nails. And this is the only one that has helped so far.
Wow. And your nails are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anne. I really appreciate it. Gotta love these shares. And did Cynthia make it on the call? I know she was hiking in the mountains today. Did she make it on the call? Cynthia, are you here? Okay,
Nope.
share.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, she is.
she's here.
Here.
Cynthia? Cynthia Nickel, are you here?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd really go through with it.
Okay, Jennifer, if you can please mute your line. Cynthia, are you here?
Yeah, she's here. She's on her iPhone.
Okay. All right, Cynthia.
I've asked her to unmute.
Okay, we're going to go over to Sherry Brookbank. Sherry, I'm going to call you up by surprise here, but I love your testimony. You have an amazing testimony. Please come forward, Sherry, and share with us your story about the drops.
Sherry, you want to
Hi,
unmute?
sorry, I just had to unmute myself. I'm in the backyard and there's puppies barking everywhere. Thank you
Hi,
for calling
Sherry.
on me, Risha. Yeah, I was in a pretty awful place. I had been dealing with weight issues pretty much my entire life. When I was 10 years old, I weighed 150 pounds. I was a sugar addict, major sugar addict. I became a fitness instructor and a personal trainer and thought that was the best way to get rid of all that extra weight. When in reality, the weight just stayed the same and kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I felt healthy, but I wasn't healthy. So I was kind of at my last resort. I tried just about everything out there. And when I say everything, I mean everything. And I saw a post on Facebook. Thank you very much. Shout out to Pat Little for posting about the drops. And I thought, I got to find out more about these drops because if these things are real, this is exactly what I need. So I started the drops at the end of September last year, 2024. And I started the drops for weight loss. I had no idea how many incredible benefits are involved in taking these drops. My entire health has improved. I lost the 40 pounds I needed to lose. I still want another 15, 20 to go, but I have energy through the roof. I sleep so well. My brain fog is lifted. I had 3 head injuries in a 3-month period last year, and I was going to a brain clinic for treatment. And it helped a little bit, but I still had migraines daily, couldn't handle the bright lights, was off work for 9 months on disability. And these drops helped change all that. It was absolutely amazing. I used some of the other products as well because I love Partner Co's products. Everything's all natural and it does exactly what it says it's going to do. I was also diagnosed a little over 3 months ago with stage 4 fibromyalgia. That was a really tough thing to go through. And I think the drops, the noni, and the moa have really, really helped me there. Without that moa, I have daily pain, and with it, I don't. So I'm just in a great place health wise and a fantastic pace life wise, thanks to Partner Co.
Wow. And just to respond to a post and your life has changed.
Oh, so much.
Yeah. And the mental too, right? When you're in pain
Oh,
and you're struggling, there's the esteem, the low esteem, the crankiness and all those things that go with it when you're not healthy.
most definitely.
And every time I talk to you, you're just like a bubble of joy.
Oh, thank you.
Sherry, thank you so much for stepping up the plate. It was great to hear your story. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Okay, we're going to move forward here. I don't know if Cynthia's come back. Cynthia, have you come back? Okay, we're going to move on. I want to get to our guest speaker here. So let me go back to sharing. That's too bad. She may still be on the mountain or something. Who knows, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. So for the guests on the call, you're probably wondering, how do I get the drops? Well, we can certainly offer them to you on a retail level, but why in the world would you want to buy retail if you can get it wholesale? That's always my question. And do you know, we are human beings that we love to share something good with others. We do that. We want others to be healthy too, and we want others to join in the weight loss program and so on. So we're going to be talking to people because on the day 3, they're going to be saying, wow, Sherry, you look great. What are you doing? Anne, you look great. Your nails are long. What are you doing? And we share it with others. So why not pay your membership, $29.95, one-time lifetime in the US, $37.95 in Canada, and have everything that you need, because you're going to find you're going to want to talk to people. These products are just that exciting. So you'll have the website, your back office to track the commissions that you make. You'll have training. We have award-winning marketing tools, videos, all kinds of different things to help you. As we discuss different income possibilities here, I want you to know that everything goes to the desire in your heart. Because if you have desire to do fabulous, if you have the desire to learn, if you have the desire to go that extra mile, you will go that mile with Partner Co. So everything is up to you. It's an individual choice. Let's talk about turning your drops into profits. First of all, as a brand partner, can you please mute the lines, please? We got some TV coming in there. There's retail profits. When you become a brand partner, you're able to enjoy a 30% reduction from the retail price. So that's awesome. First of all, you're going to get your own product at 30% off, and you could also offer it to others at a 30 points profit, right? So for example, in the United States, there's a 4-pack for $371. Why not offer 3 to friends and family? You've got our system of growth we're going to talk about in a minute. Save one for yourself and make a profit of $222. In Canada, the 4-pack is $500. We have also 5-packs in Mexico that are very similar in pricing. Same thing in Canada. You're able to keep $1 for yourself, offer 3 and make a profit of over $200. And that's not bad, because a lot of people can do that in 1 or 2 days. It happens very quickly. So turn your social media into profit. We have so many platforms out there, Facebook, Instagram, and various different platforms, that the international audience can get to see you and be attracted to your product. This is a screenshot of an app we call Boards. Inside Boards, we have everything you need, all the pictures, all the testimonials, all the answers to the questions. Your training is as much as 30 minutes long to learn how to do boards and start posting. Nandish was with me yesterday in Manzanillo. He just signed up. He had just put out his first post, and within the space of 2 minutes, he had 3 people that responded. And I think he was like, wow, this really works. And it does. We have what people are looking for, and our system of growth is ever so easy. Here's an example of one of my posts with Rick and Crystal. They had together lost 210 pounds. I got so many comments, and that's all we do is we share the before and afters of so many other friends of ours in Partner Co that have enjoyed great weight loss with these products. And other, like Anne talked about her nails. There's so many different non-scale wins. So ideally is to get yourself promoted to what we call the top pay position ultimate. We'd love for you to do that in 30 days. We're going to do everything to help you get it done in 30 days. Your profits along the way to ultimate in Canada, the US is $2,106 roughly, depending on your selling point, and $2,700 in the US. And once you get to top pay, you're there for life. So first things first, let's activate your position with 200 points. We are in a product business. Every bottle, every box represents a point value. And this way you're eligible to receive commissions when you have that 200 points. Again, a 4-pack in Canada is 200 points. A 4-pack in the US is 200. A 5-pack in Mexico is 200. So everything around the world is basically following the same compensation plan. I'm going to invite you to add Renew to your shopping cart. This product just goes so well with the drops. Imagine having such a good night's sleep that you sleep through the night in deep REM. A good night's sleep tonight is a better decision tomorrow, right? Get the Renew along with the drops, add it to your cart. It's a must-have. Canada, we have different packs. The member pack, whoever invited you to the call can go over the contents of the package with you. Business pack, that puts you at a higher income earning position. The elite pack even puts you at a higher one. And then we have the ultimate pack. In Canada, your 30 boxes for 3,570. And that really is your start to a new business that the sky is the limit, right? So if you can do it in your budget, I'd recommend get the monkey off your back, start with the ultimate. In the United States, you have 10-pack for $8.79. You also have 20-pack. The best option in the US is your 30-pack at $77 unit cost, $2,300 initial investment, and you're looking at profits of about $2,700. And again, with the system of growth, so many people go through 30 packs in a very short period of time, most under 3 weeks. We are voted the best compensation plan in the industry by Business for Home, and let me tell you about it now. 9 different ways of getting paid. In order to stay getting paid and earn those brand partner wholesale discounts, you're going to want to purchase or sell 100 points of product every 4 weeks to stay qualified for commissions. Not a hard thing to do. We heard from Anne, we heard from Sherry. Everyone loves our products, so it's not hard to choose 100 points for yourself. Again, in retail profits, you're going to earn 30 points whenever you sell our products to any of your friends and family. And again, we just follow our posting system. None of us are salesmen here. But let's talk about Mary. Mary comes along and says, I don't want to be your brand partner, but I don't want to be your customer, but I do want to be your brand partner. And I know a lot of people that need these drops and all the other products. So she orders 1,000 points of product. If you had purchased a 4-pack, you'd be activated. You would earn 15% of 1,000 points. That's $150. If you had purchased the business or worked your way up within your first 4 weeks to 500 points, you would be at 20% and earn $200 from that very same order. If you had purchased the elite package or worked your way up in your first 4 weeks to 1,000 points, you would earn $250. And the ultimate, the creme de la creme, the top pay, work your way up to 1,500 or purchase 30-pack right out of the gate, and that's 30%, $300. So I would rather get paid the full pay rather than do the work and get paid half of it, right? A mentor once said to me, if the company has a lot of money on the table to pay you, shame on you for leaving any of it behind. And again, you achieve ultimate once, keep top pay status for a lifetime, earn top pay forever. Again, in the United States, we have the 30-pack for $2,300, and we have the 30-pack in Canada for $3,570, and we also have the 30-pack option in Mexico. So let's just talk about going ultimate and the importance of it. We have different ranks in our company, and as you progress up the ranks, so will your paychecks progress. So the people that go ultimate in their first 28 days are 5 times more likely to go to manager. The people who hit manager in their first 90 days, or in their first, the people who hit manager are 50 times more likely to go vice president in their first 90 days. And again, we have a few vice presidents on the call with us, and it's a very good position to be at, weekly paychecks. And if you achieve vice president, you're 100 times more likely to go senior officer if you hit vice president in your first 180 days. If you qualify for senior officer every week, your pay is roughly $160,000 a year. So our motto is people who go faster, go further. We also have base commissions. The easiest way I can explain this is you can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. I recommend start with 2, maximum 3. One of those lines is going to take off. We call it your power line. On all the other lines, your line 1, your line 2, you're going to get paid 15% activity on all the volume as Mary goes out and talks to Henry, who talks to Linda, who talks to Deborah. You're going to be getting paid on a weekly basis at 15%. Now, one more thing, as that 15% triggers 250 US dollars in any given week, which is about 345 Canadian, an extra 15% goes aside into your savings bonus plan. When that all adds up to $10,000, you are going to get a call from the company and ka-ching, you get your 10,000 US dollar bonus check. At our conference last year, Partner to Partner, it was so many people were on stage celebrating that $10,000 bonus. Jerry and Allison just triggered theirs not too long ago. So did Reese and Ashley, Kim and Eric. Let's move to our Canadians, Chris and Joni, my friends who made the call and called me about the drops all those months ago. They triggered theirs in only 8 months. And their dad, Bob and Lynn, in only 10 months. Christy Walsh, she's my sister partner in Alberta who triggered hers in 14 months. And Christy and myself, we get paid tomorrow because we also triggered, the two of us triggered on the same day. So it's pretty exciting being sisters and all. So it happens. And I never would have thought 14 months ago that I would be earning this bonus. But I just saw the base commissions roll in and I thought, okay, let's make some action. One more thing I just want to add, and I don't want to get too complicated with our very comprehensive compensation plan, but there's a matching bonus. Let's go back to Mary. If you get to Ultimate and Gold in your first 4 weeks, you're going to trigger this matching bonus earning capacity for you. Let's say Mary, your brand partner, makes $1,000 in base commissions that week. You would earn, aside from Mary, in a separate paycheck, 15%, which is $150. Mary talked to Henry, and Henry made $1,000 in his growth of his business. And of course, this takes a little time, but it does happen. And Henry has 1,000. You would make $100 on Henry, and so it goes to the 7 levels of your personally sponsored individuals. The matching bonus is a critical, integral part of this compensation plan that could be comparable to a lot of people's mortgage payments. Another way we get paid is the lifestyle credits. Many people cashed in their points to go to Tahiti. We earn points from our monthly subscription, from signing up new customers, from growth in our business, from signing up new brand partners. Another group went to the Bahamas in July of last year. Just recently, a whole bunch of us went to the Punta Cana, which was just so fun. Beautiful diamond resort. It was so great. And Bali just happened. Many people just got home from that beautiful trip to Bali. We have so many gorgeous trips. They're always international destinations, and you're wined and dined like a prince, like a princess. When I was in Orlando, there was over 800 people that did the magic dance and were recognized on stage. That is really cool because there was only 2,100 people at the conference. Over a third of the people there were on stage. And now I want to bring forward someone very special to me. PAULA SNOW-KEOUGH is from Newfoundland. I'm going to stay on this slide for just a moment for you to have a really good look of her transition. December 9th, 2024, June 29th, 2025. Look at how this lady has changed her colors. Holy Dinah. PAULA, it is just such a pleasure to bring you on board and interview you for tonight's call.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me to come on the call tonight.
Welcome, welcome. Wow, now you're Senior Vice President. I celebrate that. Congratulations. You're well on your way to officer. So fun, so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an amazing feeling.
So tell me your story about the drops. Who introduced them? I heard Kim was on the call, so there's a connection there. Let's hear about the story, how you got on the drops, and including non-scale wins. We'll talk about 5 minutes on that, and I want to talk 5 minutes about your financial celebrations with PartnerCo. Okay?
Okay. Well, it started last year when I realized I needed to do something about my health. It was in December. I had been struggling with my hormones and struggling with my whole entire, move to Newfoundland. We've just lived here for 3 years, and I was constantly sick. I had moved here 3 years ago. I think of your story a lot when you talk about your move to Mexico and how things just started to fall apart. And that was what was happening to us and my health since we moved here. And I had, gotten sick with COVID, gotten long COVID, continuously relapsed, managed to be putting weight on and didn't even realize it. Just, was, I guess, eating lots of fish and chips. And we got ourselves a new puppy in the January of 2024. Next thing you know, I'm having a torn meniscus in my right knee, and I was no longer able to walk with my husband and the dogs, and I wasn't participating in life the way I should be. And I was just struggling in so many ways with what was going on with myself. And I knew that I had to do something. My doctor had wanted to put me on the shot, and thankfully, the health plan didn't cover that. And so I saw a picture in December of my friend Kim McDermott, and she lives in Kitchener. And I used to live in Kitchener, Ontario. That's actually where I was raised, but I have my roots here in Newfoundland. And so when I saw the picture of Kim, I reached out to her because I knew that woman on the left. I didn't know that woman on the right when I saw her before and after, and she'd lost 29 pounds. So I reached out to her and she said, well, Paula, this is what I've been doing. And she sent me the information about how you take the drops and a short video to watch. And then we talked that weekend. And then she said, Paula, there's a meeting in St. John's on the Monday night, December 9th. And so that picture that you see with me in the white jacket is the night at the meeting. There was about 20 people. Todd and Ashley Rowland came and did the meeting with Paul and Sharon Goss, who are vice presidents here in Newfoundland. And I realized when I got there that, okay, there's a company behind this. And then they did the presentation and they started to put pictures up of people who had been transforming their lives and their bodies. And then those people would stand up. They were in the room. And it was like, wow. So I made the decision to get the drops. I started them on January 1st. My drops got a little bit messed up in the postal strike. And so Paul and Sharon, who are sideline family to me, lent me a box of drops. And then I was able to get started. And I went all in. And I had made the decision that I needed to follow the food plan. I needed to take my drops properly. And I wasn't exercising at first because I really wasn't capable. And I went from almost 200 pounds to now I weigh 158 pounds.
Wow.
And I've been able to maintain that weight. I went off the drops after I'd been on them for about 3 months. I took Renew, I took Vanelli, I started to try the other products. And I did what Kim said, which was post on social media, but I was a bit hesitant at first. And then as my journey was developing and I posted on social media, I had people reaching out and I had the opportunity to hit ultimate in my first 30 days, which meant I moved 30 boxes of drops. And I did that through SmartLinks. Because I hardly know anybody in Newfoundland. And I mean, other than family, but sometimes family doesn't always support you the way you think they're going to, right? In-laws and stuff. And so I did SmartLinks and I became the number one ranked power ranker in Newfoundland. I've held that now for months that I've held that. I ranked up 10 ranks in 5.5 months. And I've got a beautiful team of people that have joined me in the business and best friends. Elsa Wintercorn came on as my first customer and then converted to a brand partner. And we talk every day. And, she checked in on me all the time when I was sitting here in Newfoundland struggling with this move. And now I'm able to travel. I went to Calgary Connect, connected with my cousin there who became a brand partner, connected back in Ontario again, went back there for more than 2 weeks, had meetings with our team, saw my family, paid for my mom to come back to Newfoundland with us for the summer. And I am loving life again. And I'm no longer a diabetic because that was the concern of the doctor last year. And I mean, I have that machine. I checked my blood levels yesterday morning and they're like, yep, they're good. And, you know, sometimes I will start my morning with a cup of tea with some strawberries in it. Or my husband will say, "You having a coffee today?" And I'll go, "Hang on a minute." And I'll go and weigh myself and go, "Yep, I'm having a coffee today." And so it's been wonderful because of the products that I've introduced. Again, I'm currently not on the drops, but I'm taking Noni and I've been drinking Limu and I'm taking supplements.
Awesome. Awesome. Where did Risha go?
Yeah, I
Sorry,
just saw her pitch.
the
I just
dog
saw
was going
her
to pee in
picture.
my office. I had to hurry up and let him out. Sorry about that. My office
That's
assistant,
okay.
right?
I've got one in the bedroom and one outside, and the husband's at a baseball game, and my mom
Yeah.
went to bed.
I am
Yeah.
so excited about your story. You were just recognized on our Canada call on Wednesday night as one of the top 25 power rankers in all of Canada.
Yes, I was. Yes. And that's
Congratulations.
pretty, thank you. It's
Wow.
pretty nice to be recognized.
So proud of
Yeah.
you, so proud of you. So what do you see as your future now that you recognize those paychecks, the weekly income? What are your goals now? What can you logically say, okay, I've got the vehicle. I can set some serious goals because I know this vehicle is going to help me get there.
Well, I absolutely love the fact that this has given me and my husband a better life already here in Newfoundland, in that we are able to, you know, dream again. And I love the fact that I went shopping again today and I tried on a pair of jeans and they're size 8. And it's like I can move again. I can walk with him. I can do things. And we have land over on Bell Island. I want to we want to build a cabin, but I want to turn that into a retreat. And so when maybe we have some sort of an event in Newfoundland, I can invite people over to the cabin on the island and, you know, do events where people come and do yoga or do things that are going to help refresh them and bring them back to life. And the house that we have here, you know, we we have an Airbnb in our basement, and we had some horrible things happen just with the opening of this Airbnb, with a contractor ripping us off, and you know, uh, us having a couple of floods in the basement in between having guests, and thankfully all of that's been looked after. But Partner Co helped pay for those. You know, I didn't have to put it on a credit card when the plumber came and said, "Give me $1,100." And then a month later, he came back and he needed more money again. I had the money for that. You know, I've just bought my ticket to go to PXP. I don't believe that I did it on my own. I've done it with the development of customers, brand partners, other people that are building and developing their growth, their team. I love being able to be there for my people. I want to be a good leader, and um, I want to be that person who, you know, in the next year gets that $10,000 check. My savings bonus got opened up, you know, about 5 weeks ago, and because I'm making base commissions that are within the range, the 15% bonus money is being put into that. Uh, the the life that I feel like I've got again is just so valuable. And you know, not that I thought my life before was invaluable, but I just, you know, think that I can move forward now and we can go on with the dreams and aspirations. And I'm going to be 60 in November. And so
You
I
look
think
great.
that thank you, getting my health back and being able to do the things that we wanted to do, that I can retire. I know that Partner Co is going to give me the retirement that being a hairstylist for 43 years did not provide for me. You know, the dreams that you sometimes have are like the stepping stones. And so I don't regret ever being a salon owner, being an employer, being an educator for 2 international hair companies. I believe all of those tools, all of those things brought me to where I am today.
Fabulous. And you're right. We can all dream again. We have that company, we have the pay plan, we have the products that everyone loves, and we have such great support amongst ourselves. We have the best family to support one another. Thank you so much, Paula. It was truly a pleasure. And Paula's our regular co-host. You'll see her again next Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Paula,
you for
so much.
that.
Another awesome testimonial. Wow, I just love hearing everyone's stories. I have the best job in the world. So you've heard from Paula, you've heard from Sherry, you've heard from myself. How will you know if the products are working for you? You will have that more energy. Nandi said to me yesterday, he says, you have more energy than me. And there's like 35 years difference between the two of us. I have so much energy, better sleep. You'll have that improved mood, increase in libido, reduction in inflammation. You'll get your rings on again, have those inches lost and lose the weight, better elimination, digestion. How about brain clarity, right? Boost in immunity and not get sick when the flow colds and floods, the flus come around, and overall sense of well-being. When you go out tomorrow, everyone that you see at your work, at the school, at the neighborhood community, in your family reunion, every single one of these people are suffering from 1 to 3, 5 to 7, 7 to 10 of these symptoms. I promise you, we're all in the same boat. We owe it to them to be able to reach out and help their lives change. Look at Sherry, how she was not managing, and someone, Pat, she posted, Pat reached out, she reached out to Pat, and now her whole life has changed, right? The same with Paula. We have over 1 million bottles sold. Are you the right company or not? Right? 50 plus markets. And I understand that India is opening right around the corner. 172 plus million bottles of Tahitian noni sold, voted the best compensation plan. We just won a whole bunch of video awards for outstanding marketing videos. And we just keep winning award after award. So folks, in summary, there is a decision to be made now. Someone invited you to this call, and now it's time to make a decision. Are you a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? And the 1 is the customer, that you would like to pay more so you can have the product. And we do love our customers, but why would you want to do that when you could buy retail? So the brand partner, wholesale customer is the same position. Why not subscribe to that? Do we have any 2s in the crowd that would like to save some money and become a brand partner? And what about the people? You heard Paula's dreams, you heard her accomplishments. What about the people that would like to get on this health and wealth train and ride with us? Do we have any 3s in the crowd with us tonight? And I think the 4s know it's coming up, right? You want to get on this health and wealth train and ride it big. Put 4 in the chat if you are this person that is going to take this all the way to the top. You've heard my story. You've heard Paula's story. What will your 1-year story be? When I interview you 1 year from now, what will your story say? What trips will you have made? What accomplishments will you have done? What betterments, improvements have you done around your home? What help have you done for your friends and family? I'd love to hear your story, and it all starts today, that we can all live the dream together, enjoy that time freedom, a body you love, that polka dot bikini, financial stability. Join our hug fest of friends, luxury experiences. Enrolling is so easy. It's just a matter of choosing your plan, right? And then we train you on the system of growth. And before you know it, you're selling your 30 packs just like Paula did. Our next call is Monday, July 21st at 7 p.m. I am so grateful for all of you to attend tonight's call. Thank you so much to our special guest, Paula. You're amazing to interview. Thank you so much for being here. Sherry, thank you for stepping up to the plate. I always love hearing your story. And Anne, you just keep polishing those beautiful nails there, girl. Thank you for being on our call. Thank you to all the brand partners that support the call. And thank you to the guests, because this call is for you. Thank you to my beautiful co-host, Dale Rumming. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to now stop the recording. If you have any questions, we can keep the lines open for a moment with questions. Thank you and good night.